Hello everyone, good evening and welcome back to PrepBee. We are going to do the last episode of this VRC 30 days challenge and we are in the end game now. So this is day 30 presenting you CAT 2021 slot 1 passage. So let's get started. A quick announcement, please join the community, join our Telegram channel because right after your CAT examination, we'll start the GDPR preparation. I'll also give you few free mock GDs and mock PIs. So stay updated with the channel and we wish you luck. So let's get started now. For the Maya of the classic period, who lived in southern Mexico and Central America between 2050 and 1900 CE, the category of persons was not coincident with human beings as it is for us. That is, human beings were persons, but other non-human entities could be persons too. In order to explore the slippage of categories between humans and persons, I examined a very specific category of of ancient Maya images found painted in scenes on camera vessels. All right. So the Maya viewed the concept of persons more broadly than modern societies typically do. For them, being a person wasn't limited to humans, but it included other entities as well. Along with humans, the Maya believed inanimate objects and other non-human entities could possess personhood, challenging the modern notion that personhood is exclusive to humans. The researchers studied Maya artwork on ceramic vessels to understand how the Maya blurred the boundaries between humans and other entities categorized as persons. The study focused on depictions of objects with human like facial features, which suggested potential personhood. Consider my iPhone, which needs to be fed with electricity every night, swaddled in a protective bumper, and enjoys communicating with other phone beings. Does it have a personhood, if at all, because it is connected to me, drawing this resource from me as a owner or source? For the Maya, would it have plenty of other communicating objects, if not smartphones? The answer was no. Non-human persons were not tethered to specific humans as and they did not derive their personhood from a connection with the human. It is a profoundly democratizing way of understanding the world. Humans are not important persons. We are just one of many kinds of persons who inhabit the world. So the research uses the modern example of an iPhone to draw parallel, imagining if personhood could extend to an object based on human-like needs and interactions. The question explores whether the personhood of objects could stem from their relationship with humans as opposed to being inherently independent. In contrast to the modern perspective, the Maya did not base the personhood of objects on their connections to humans. The Maya saw non human persons as independent entities whose personhood was intrinsic rather than dependent on a human relationship. So, this viewpoint equalizes humans and non humans, rejecting the hierarchy where humans are considered superior in the world. The Maya saw personhood as activated by experiencing certain bodily needs and through participation in certain social activities. For example, among the faced objects that I examined, persons are marked by personal requirements such as hunger, tiredness, physical closeness, and by community obligations, communication, interaction, ritual observance. In the images I examined, we see, for instance, faced objects being cradled in human arms. We also see them speaking to humans. These core elements of personhood are both turned inward, what the body or self of person requires, and outward, what a community expects of person who are a part of it, underlying the reciprocal nature of community membership. So, in the Maya worldview, humans were simply one type of person among the many, including objects and other beings. So, for the Maya, personhood dependent on fulfilling basic needs like hunger and engaging in social or communal roles. Objects depicted as persons in Maya art were shown to have needs and roles similar to humans, emphasizing both individual and communal aspects. The artwork illustrates a relationship between humans and objects, where objects exhibit human like behaviors and interactions. Personhood involves internal needs like hunger and external responsibility like communication, highlighting the mutual relationship between individual and their community. Personhood was non-binary proposition for the Maya. Entities were able to be persons while also being something else. The phased objects I looked at indicate that they continue to be functional, doing what objects do. A stone implement continues to chop, and incense burner continues to do its smoky work. Furthermore, the Maya visually depicted many objects in ways that had indicated the material category to which they belonged. Drawings of stone implements show that a person tool is still made of stone. One additional complexity, the incense burner, which would have been made of clay and decorated with spiky appliques representing the sacred ceiba tree found in this region, is categorized as a person but also as a tree. With these Maya examples, we are challenged to discard the person or non person binary that constitutes our basic ontological outlook. The porousness of boundaries that we have seen in the Maya world points towards the possibility of living with a certain uncategorizability of the world. So the Maya did not see personhood as an either or category, but as something that could encompass multiple identities or roles simultaneously. An object could be a person while retaining its functional identity. That means it can be a tool that is still performing its job. So despite being considered persons, these objects they retain their original purposes, such as chopping or burning incense. Now, Maya art reflected that even as persons, objects did not lose their material identity. The incense burner was not only a person but also symbolically connected to a tree, showcasing the Maya's layered understanding of identity. The Maya perspective pushes us to rethink our rigid distinction between person and non person. The Maya worldview embraces ambiguity and challenges the need to strictly categorize entities, suggesting a more fluid understanding of the existence. Now, let's get started with the questions. Which one, if true about classic Maya, would invalidate the purpose of iPhone example? iPhone example यहाँ पे दे रखा था कि iPhone मतलब या तुम लोग कनेक्ट करते हो to consider an iPhone is fed with all this facility it is given कि इलेक्ट्रिसिटी से चार्ज करना पड़ता है हर रात में वो सारी चीजें दी रही है रखी है so just go through that paragraph once before answering your question and then you can see just go through that uh, consider my iPhone wala. So here the researcher uses the modern example of an iPhone. He's just drawing a parallel, imagining if personhood could extend to an object based on human-like needs and the interaction. And here they are also what they are trying to do is and now this question explores the personhood of objects could stem from relationship with humans as opposed to being inherently independent. So the personhood of the incense burner and the stone chopper was a function of their usefulness to humans. Now here they are saying कि relationship उनका एक अलग से है. They are not, uh, they were questioning whether the personhood of objects it could stem with the relationship with humans as opposed to being inherently independent of each other. यहाँ पे they are being dependent on each other. यहाँ पे function of their usefulness is being dependent on each other, which is completely invalidating the personhood वाला पूरा concept. And hence first itself is your answer. Now, which one of the following, if true, would not undermine the democratizing potential of the classic Maya worldview? So we need to find the strengthening statement. They believe that animals like cats and dogs that live in proximity of humans, they have more articulated personhood. We don't know. And they understood the stone implement and the incense burner in a pure humanly form. तो क्या मतलब अगर समझ गए होते तो माया का वो वर्ल्ड व्यू भी समझ जाते. While they believed in the personhood of objects and plants, they did not believe in the personhood of rivers and animals. पूरा मतलब it would completely undermine the माया वर्ल्ड व्यू क्योंकि उसमें ऑब्जेक्ट्स को अगर तुम कर रहे हो तो इनको क्यों नहीं कर रहे हो. एनिमल्स क्यों नहीं कर रहे हो, रिवर्स को क्यों नहीं कर रहे हो? They depicted their human healers with physical attributes of local medicinal plants. Now here there is a relationship human healers का है कि with physical attributes of local medicinal plants का एक relationship establish भी करता है, एक मतलब personhood दे रहा है कि हाँ और plants का भी एक personhood दे रहा है, तो fourth is your answer. It was just strengthening. On the basis of the passage, which of the following worldviews can be inferred to be closest to that of classical Maya? A tribe that perceive its hunting weapon as sacred person artifacts. Sacred मानने के लिए हम नहीं बोल रहे हैं. A futuristic society that perceives robots to be person as well as robots because of their person भी और robot भी because of the similarity to humans. यहाँ पे मार्क आ गया. A tribe that perceives plants as person plants because they form an ecosystem and they are marked by needs of nutrition. Exactly what the author has been trying to say कि उनके function के लिए you will do this. Which of the following best explains the additional complexity that the example of the incense burner illustrates regarding personhood for the classic Maya? It adds a new layer to the non-binary understanding of personhood by bringing in a third category. It complicates the non-binary understanding by bringing in the sacred, establishing the porosity of the divine and the profane. ये पूरा गलत है. It provides an exception to the non-binary understanding. Exception तो नहीं है. It adds a new layer, yes, by bringing in a third category that shares a similar relation with the previous two. Similar relation कर रहा है, ना कि dissimilar relation रख रहा है. So fourth is your answer. Now, let's do parajumble. The work is more than the text, for the text only takes on life when it is realized, and furthermore, the realization is by no means independent of the individual disposition of the reader. The convergence of text and reader brings the literary work into existence, and this convergence is not to be identified either with the reality of a text or with the individual disposition of the reader. From this polarity, it follows that the literary work cannot be completely identical with the text or with the realization of the text, but in fact must lie halfway between the two. The literary work has two poles, which we might call the artistic and the aesthetic. The artistic refers to the text created by the author, and the aesthetic to the realization accomplished by the reader. So four यहाँ पे आ गया. इंट्रोड्यूस कर रहा है, दो पोल्स हैं, एक आर्टिस्टिक हो गया, एक एस्थेटिक हो गया. आर्टिस्टिक रिफर्स टू द टेक्स्ट, एस्थेटिक रिफर्स टू द रियलाइजेशन accomplished from this one, from your reader. 4 के बाद तुम्हारा 3 में लिंक बैठेगा कि from this polarity what? There are two distinctions that are there. From this polarity, it follows that literary work, it cannot be completely identical with the text or with the realization of the text. It cannot be identical with the artistic and the aesthetic thing, but in fact they must lie halfway between the two. एंड इसके बाद तुम्हारा सेंस बन रहा है कि वर्क क्या है. वर्क इज मोर देन द टेक्स्ट, for the text only takes on life when it is realized, and furthermore the realization is by no means independent of the individual disposition of the reader. 3 का 1 pair बन रहा है और उसके बाद 2 is your final one. A popular response is the exhaustion to plant more trees. Cannot be the starting statement. It seems all but certain that global warming will go well above 2 degrees. Quite how high, no one knows yet. Burning them releases it, which is why. तो ये तो नहीं है. This is because trees sequester carbon by absorbing carbon dioxide. 4-3 का link दिख रहा है. This is because trees sequester carbon by absorbing carbon dioxide. Burning these trees, which is why the scale of forest fires in the Amazon basin last year garnered this one. Now, it seems वाला तुम्हारा introduce कर रहा है paragraph को. All that certain, it 2 डिग्री से ज्यादा हाई होगा. क्यों होगा? A popular response to this is exhaustion to plant more trees. मोर ट्रीज प्लांट करने से क्या होगा, वो कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड अब्सॉर्ब करेंगे और बर्न करोगे तो रिलीज होगा, इसका भी पेयर बनता है। 1 4 3 is a very clear pair and 2 is introducing your statement. So that is it. And here we are ending the 30 days VARC challenge for you guys. And that is it, guys. What can I say? All the very best for your CAT examination, and just be calm. Focus on your accuracy. Do not focus much more on your speed. Focus on your accuracy. Mark correct answers. Please do not neglect VA. VA is also very, very crucial. Please do not neglect VA and try to do RCs with much accuracy. Take your time and make sure at least 2 RCs you do pretty well. And always try to use POE, and there will be very confusing options. There will be distortion of facts in some of the options, but तुम्हें अपना मकसद नहीं भूलना है. And we wish you luck. The PrepBee team wishes you luck, and we really hope to hope to see you on the other side of the GDPI preparation as well. So please join the community for the GDPI course, and good luck. All the best again, guys. We wish to see the positive results. Thank you.